Oh, it was a cold day, cool day. Winter has arrived with a vengeance, even with snowing here. Well, good afternoon to you too, my friend. We'll be starting in a few minutes. Today, we're going to be wrenching on this. Just a little bit. How have I been? How have I been? Well, how have I been? It is wintertime, and if you know me well enough, you know that I hate the cold and I hate winter. So that's sort of how I've been. Um, I get seasonal depression, so I am fighting that. And I know it's holidays and everyone's supposed to be happy, but I am not happy. Um, Work is good. My normal job is okay. Um, my it's not rent fair season, but so I guess I'm okay for being what it is. And I know I look like a wild man, but I've been lounging around all day, and I just decided that I needed to do some wrenching. I have things that need to be fixed. This is one of them. And we'll get to that in just a moment. Just moving some stuff around. Very limited space with a buggy sitting in front of me. Yeah, I have to hang in there. There's nothing else I can do about it. But today I've been very lazy. Tomorrow I will be at Sleeping Giant in the morning, and it's gonna be cold, and I'm not looking forward to it. But the guys want to go for a quick crawl, so today I'm just was being lazy. I was being lazy. I'll be honest, I haven't even taken a shower today. Just kind of laying around, doing things. We're gonna slide you all back a few feet so you can get a better look at what's going on over here. All right. So, hey guys, how's everyone doing on this fine day? Welcome back to another crazy, wacky episode of Roughneck RC. And what do I have on the bench? Well, this is a Corelli Python. The servo is bad in this. At least I think it's bad in this. Maybe I can rebuild it. That's why I took these two older servos. I'm going to try to strip for parts or get one of them working. I don't want to have to. I do have another servo and another car I could take out to make this work, but I'm trying to avoid that. So we're working on rebuilding a servo with servos that are already bad. That is what is happening today if you're just joining us. Oh, you're going tomorrow to make gingerbread. How's this, Heather? Oh, that's cool. Everyone else is saying hi. Welcome to everyone who's saying hi. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm squinting because I moved you guys far back, and I'm doing this on the phone. So we can rock and roll here on the problem at hand. If you guys are friends with me on Facebook, you can always use Messenger to catch up with me. Not that big of a deal. So what is going on? I took this once again. It's a Corelli. It's a Corelli Python, and took it driving. Well, wow, it was probably over 6 months ago. It was probably in the spring, last spring, and well, we'll show you. Let's see if you can hear it. I'll be very, very quiet because we're hunting rabbits. See if you can hear what's going on here. This is coming from the servo. So everything else works good on this. Let me fire this up. You hear that? You guys hear that? Let me see. I got to get a better setup than doing this with my phone, but it's me trying to turn it. You hear the power? Like, that's the servo. That's super annoying. The rest of the truck works, but no servo, no steering. So we're going to try to rebuild it because I have a bunch of junk servos. I hang on to my servos when there's a problem because I never know. Maybe I can make something work. Heather, you and me should get caught up at some time. Hit me up in Messenger. But yeah, I'm gonna kill that. I'm gonna kill the battery right now. Oof. It's a nasty sound. It sounds like gear is stripped. It's an old Futaba servo. It's not even that big of a deal. But I don't want to spend any money on this rig. And I know some of you might not Heather, why would you want to move the main? It's cold up there. It's not any cheaper neither. I'm from Maine, in case you guys didn't know that. Well, yeah, definitely message me. We'll talk. Something shouldn't be broadcasted on here. Any case. Small thing. Well, best of luck up there. I personally do not ever want to live in Maine again. I spent 20 years up there. I have about 20 years left of life, and I don't feel like freezing to death every year. I am actually looking maybe going out west, but we will see. But as a message popped through, yes, small things make me happy. Um, let's see. Don't even know. This might be too. Might not be the right size. No, it is the right size. So we're going to take. I'm going to take the servo out. That's making all the racket. And which means I have to open this up. Means I got to take the servo arm off. Which means I need my other toolkit. Possibly. Yeah, don't know why I was how it got stripped, why it got stripped. Don't know. I don't even know what's wrong with these servos. So I'm just hoping I can take 3 bad to make 1 good. Depends on what's wrong with them. There's circuit boards in these. Yeah, Heather, it's very cold up there. And the further up north you go, yeah. Not my cup of tea. I keep my house at 75 degrees. But the thought has crossed my mind more than once to go someplace warmer where winter doesn't exist, like Texas, maybe Arizona, Vegas. So I had to open this up to get to the receiver, which is right here. Just off camera, just off to the side there. Because I want to see maybe I put these away and they, I don't know. I want to see if any of these have any life. Got 2 of them. 1, 2. Any life left in the old bones there before I start pulling everything apart. Yeah, Heather, you have to message me, talk to me off here. This is this is not really the spot to be talking about and all that stuff. This is more earthy stuff. Damn. I have a screwdriver somewhere. I'm gonna unplug this servo. Because either way, I have to unplug it. Unplug it to get it out of here, which is a nightmare. And I have no idea what this came out of, but let's see. Oh. Hopefully I put it in right. Oh, it moves. Whee! I have a good servo. Oh, we ain't taking that one apart. Holy cow, this might be a lot easier job than I thought. Should we test the blue one? Should we see what the blue one? Maybe the blue one has I don't even know what was wrong with this. This works. No, it's the right spline. We'll be doing good. Otherwise, we have to modify some other stuff. But so this is a good one. We're not taking it apart. It's a good one. The Savex was a really good servo at one time. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, the blue one's dead. So this is no good. But we have a good one, so I still want to take apart the other one to find out what's wrong with it. That is what we're going to do on this cold, wintry day here in New England. Which means I have to get my other toolkit, I think. So we'll be right back. Let's have you rock out for a minute. Actually, it won't even take that long. You don't even need music. I'll be right back in 1 minute. Well, the toolkit. Oh, don't know if I have one in this. I have tools everywhere. But, because I'm going to need to take this servo arm off. Which, for some reason, has a Phillips screw in it. So, we'll put that over here. I'm going to try to pry it off. voila. We'll still take it apart though. In case that's what you guys are all interested in. Taking apart a servo, we'll still take this one apart. We're going to put the other one that seems to work in its place. Oh, shoot. Don't want to lose any screws. No, no, no. So what are you guys doing today on this cold day? And where are you all from? I know where Heather's from. Wow. Let's not use expensive tool to pry that up. Getting this out is not as easy as I would think. But then again, I need to move that, that. Let's see. Battery's falling down. Might be held in. Here we go. All right, we gotta reorganize stuff here. Got to reorganize stuff here. Just gonna take the battery out. The battery's out. I'm not messing with that no more. My dog's down here getting into stuff. I have to bring her back upstairs. She thinks everything's a toy. Wants to pull everything off the shelves. So there's that battery tray, that receiver tray that everything's stuck in. And I think one of these screws loosened it up, if I remember correctly. Problem with having so many of these dang different vehicles, they're not all the same. So you tend to forget how things have gone together. One and a two. Looks like two more, maybe, in the bottom. So let's come from over this side. So not this side. Which means, let me show off that radio. Shit, wrong size. Is it this one? There we go. We're just slowly taking screws out of the bottom of this thing. Don't think it's that one. Heather, you made pumpkin banana bread, eggnog, and cookies, and now you're making dinner. You're a busy girl. I made nothing. I literally made nothing. How the heck does this come out? This is the puzzle, my friends. No wonder why I didn't take this apart and fix it. Like, I know there's two that are holding it, but I can't. Right here. Right down in here, but it's not screwed from that way. It's screwed from the other. So it has to be, there's like three right around that area. Aha. I think I found it. So we are, let's not lose anything. Losing stuff is bad. Especially since this particular truck. Like this particular one, we are going to be letting go. That means either I'm selling it or trading it. Actually going to try to trade it for another X-Max. I have one X-Max. I want to get a second one. And I'm going to try to trade this and a boat for an X-Max. Because I already have a buggy. I have my Typhon. I never run this one. When I did run it, this happened. So, my dear friends out there, another screw. Hopefully, that's the only two holding this thing on, because this is a pain in the butt. There's another reason to get rid of it, just to replace the steering servo. What a pain in the butt. That screw's done. That screw is done. So, the heck is holding that in? Come on. Up she go. This is a junk screwdriver that I use for prying on things so I don't bend my good tools. Trying to get this servo out. Replace the servo. Put this back together. Or fix the servo and put it back together. Sort of where we're at. But it's wedged. It is wedged, guys. Aha! We got it. Oh man, this is going to be a bear to put back together because the way this wire is, the servo, here, I'll show you. I'll show you. What am I fighting with? I'm fighting. Let's open up the secondary cam here and flip you guys around. Boom. Servo goes down in here. The wire goes down and up through. Everything gets screwed in. And the tolerances, it's very tight. Yeah, I can't even, it doesn't want to even, like I'm fighting with it. As you can see, we are fighting with it. We are. I'm going to take this handy dandy prying screwdriver and try to pry that up. Hold all that. Hold the camera. All right, we're flipping you guys back around. Anyhow, that's what I'm dealing with. Boom! Back in my face. Woo! Are you ready for your extreme close-up? So, aha, we got it. Let's move the car out of the way. All right. Oof, those are tiny. I don't even know if I can take this one apart. feel something broken in it. That's take it is. Oh, there's 4 screws in the bottom. Some of them aren't tight. Some of them are. I just want to see what's broken. Well, we just proved we have another servo that's functional, so that's not even a big deal. But we want to know what broke. Curiosity killed the cat. Satisfaction brought him back. Damn, this one screw. There we go. Take the bottom off like that. There's your circuitry. Then you can pull the sleeve. This pulls out like that. And chances are it's something broke in top. So there's double side tape left over on this. It needs to come off the edge so I can pull that free. So there we go. And we pull that. Let's see, these gears are plastic. I don't know if you can. Let me see if I can flip you guys to take a look inside there. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, boom. Let's see if we can get it to focus. 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 So, let me get something to point. See that little piece of plastic there? That's a teeth. That's a teeth. You can see this gear right here is toothless. He got no teeth. That was causing all the problem. All the problems. Boom, back at you. All right, so that being the problem, we're gonna have to go digging. If I can make these gears, which are metal, the motor's burnt out in this. If I can make these gears where that motor work inside this, would be golden. Granted, remember, if I fail, guys, this works. So I could just be done with it, put this in and not mess around with this. But then what kind of video would that be? You wouldn't learn much, wouldn't be something new. me check my coffee, which is getting low, so I'm going to need a refill on this before we start pulling this apart. This is that's cold and empty, so I need some new hot coffee. This was a very expensive servo back in the day, so we're going to get a refill in a minute. Let's crack this open first. Let's crack it open. Let's see if we can, what we can do. Now, granted, I also have other servo pieces, just not off the top of my head know exactly where they're at. Repairing a servo is definitely something I used to do a lot of as a kid. When you don't have much money, you can't just go out and buy new parts. So you learned how to fix things. And I hate to tell you guys, not much has changed. Because when you become an adult, you become responsible and you have things like car payments and rent and food and all these other things. So when it comes down to the radio control hobby, which I've been in basically my whole entire life, you still find ways around to make things work if you don't have to spend the money. And sometimes you strike gold. Look how pretty those gears are. Those are beautiful gears. I like those. It is coffee time for me. When we come back, we will attempt to rebuild this servo with this servo. Both of them are broken. This one has a teeth problem, as you saw inside here when you had the close up, and this one has a burnt out motor. So we're going to try to take these hardened gears or that motor and make a working servo. Until then, we're going to throw on a little bit of background music for you all, just for a few minutes. We'll throw on this, what do I want you to do? Maybe this one. We'll throw on something for the sound in the background, and I will be right back. How about rock? A little hardcore rock going. Nah, we don't want to do that one, do we? Something nice and easy to listen to. We'll be right back. I need a refill of coffee. perfect timing. Song just ended. I just got here. My coffee is looking at you guys. Cheers. Nothing like a hot cup of coffee on a cold winter day. All right. So we're going to try to make this work. So I literally think let's see if I can pull this out. I don't know. We're gonna have to pull these gears out. Either way. What do I do with that flathead screwdriver? Literally, it's just this one gear that caused all that headache. It's missing. It got chewed up. It got chewed up, guys. Chewed up. But I really like these heavy duty gears. I mean, look how much more meat is on that plastic. All right, so I need this metal gear. If I get it loose, we'll be doing good. All right. Slide this black piece down. We'll pull this free. So why is everything so stuck? Everything is very stuck. Don't. There we go. There we go. We're getting some movement. Look Look at that. That is a beautiful gear. Let's inspect that. Perfect. Perfection. Now, we got to make sure a couple things. One, how's the spline, which looks it's about the same cut, which is good. It's about the same size. So this metal gear, we could just replace this and not have to worry about it. We could do that. But then there's this metal gear. And the one below it. How's this? Let's see. This is the plastic. I think I should just put all the metal gears into it if I can. What do you think? What do you guys think? If I can get this one to release, I'll be doing good. What I really would like to do is put that motor in this. Because this motor is kaputski. But to get this motor out, I gotta get this off. And there should be a set screw somewhere. Oh, that's tiny. I don't know if I have. I think that's what a set screw is, but huh. Let's take it apart some more. Literally, like, we have what we need to fix it. It's so small. Oh, I have anything smaller? Nope. Thinking. Hear the gears going? I'm thinking. I need a really small screwdriver. Like, really, really small. There we go. All right. So, like I said, don't throw out your old servos. You never know when you need to repair anything, and you can use parts from one to another, especially if they're older. My hopes is I can take the motor from that, stick it in this. But voila. We got that part out. We got more screws in here. Way down in here. Like they're gonna be so hard for me to show you. There's more screws way in here. Little tiny screws. Another perfectly good gear. Mm. This is a very expensive hobby. In case you guys aren't hobbyists in the RC world, it's not a cheap hobby. That's what it looks like inside one of these things. Hmm. Don't know what's holding this one on. Aha, we got it. There we go. Heather, do I have a roommate? Probably hear lots of things in the background. I have a dog. I still live in the same house that I always lived in. And I don't give away personal information on here, so. But yes, all in case tens and services, there is someone else that lives in this house. A relative, family member. Not No significant others. No rings. Now here's the catch. Do these gears line up? Because if they do, yeah, we might be able to do something like that. All right, so very old school design. You thought you were hearing stuff? Yeah, well. Sound travels, and I'm in the basement. See if we pull this gear off. And that's a good gear. And this is a good gear too. But it's a different design. So I don't think I can use this gear. I don't think I can use this. Which is sucky. That's not fair. I want to use this one. It should work. I wonder if I can even use this cap, because that cap was seen better days. No. It's a very different design. Very different design. I can use I can still make it functional, but I'm just Oh well. Change what I can. Let's put this brass gear in. While I'm trying to think of this, we're going to stick a little bit of other music on. It takes a while to figure this stuff out. So we know we have to use this plastic one. Not thrilled about that. Checking gear mesh. We can't use that one. Don't know. They're very close. Super close. Problem is, can I get it in there? Don't want to use that plastic one either. I think we're gonna use it like that. Can you guys see? It's moving. There we go. Now, put the two halves back together. Which is not that easy because everything wants to move out of line. Everything has to be in line, which is not the easiest thing in the world. I need more coffee. Might have to use another plastic gear, and I don't want to use another plastic gear. Trying to eliminate ever have to do this again. Okay. Now, I need this one. Holy cow. Put this on like this. Like that. Be patient, guys. We had to try to do it a different way. Because here we go. Just line that up like that. Takes a little bit of finesse to line up everything. So Maybe. If I know what I'm doing, maybe. Double side sticky tape. I'm still going to put the other servo in. But we're going to test this. Even these pieces, guys, like seriously. Like you see, I still have a good gear here. I have a couple pins. I have another good gear right here. Came out of that. It was just that one bad gear. The bad gear is garbage. But even like, you never know when you're going to break one of these and you can use one of these. Stupidest things break. Always the stupidest things. All right, now we need to clear an area. Bring the car back over here. Like I said, let me plug this back into the receiver, wherever that went. This is just to test it. Which means I gotta plug the battery back in. I need some power going through the system. Gotta turn on the controller. Hold that up so you guys can see it. It moved. All right, so we're gonna have to shut this off. Something is jamming up. Don't know what is jamming up. It actually moved when I got power to it, which is a plus. But something is jamming up. So we need to figure that part out. Those are turning. Let's fire it up this way. See it move. See what's happening? There's a stop right here. I don't have it positioned right. So now we gotta. You just saw it move. That means it works. But pull that off. Pull this off. Reposition it. Because you see there's a little stop piece right there, and it was binding on the gear. So it wasn't positioned right. So before I put it all back together, we got to get this positioned right. Now I want to fire it up again. And we're going to go voila, it is fixed. Look at that. We can turn that way, we can turn that way. We can turn that way, we can turn that way. Now, because now I have it on the right way, we can put this all back together. Yeah. So we're going to do this. I'm going to keep testing it as we put things together. So if something binds, we need to know. Look at that. Now we're going to fire it up again. Right, make sure. Perfect. See, I do know what I'm talking about. Can I use these ones instead? These ones, oh, they're longer. How much longer are they? I want to use these other ones. I think they're longer though. Oh. So what'd you guys think? Was that informative? So you now know how to fix a servo. Sort of running out, and don't throw out your old servos. When there's a problem, just throw them off into a drawer. Huh. was hoping I could use these little slightly longer screws. Maybe I can. Maybe I won't strip it. Let's see. Slightly in better condition. Look at that. Oof. I went straight to the top. Guess we can't use those. Well, any case. We fixed it. Which is a good thing. Now the question is, do I put the servo back in this machine? I'm going to switch this one back out. Do I put it back in the machine? And send it down the road? What would I do normally? I'd probably just drive it with this one and then save the other one in case something happens again. That's what I would do. Slightly longer didn't work out. I'll just put the right ones in. And then we're going to check it again. We just reassembled it. We don't want to get in the car and then it not work. And it is working. It is working very beautifully. Good job. Good job, good job. Now we gotta reassemble the car. Which means I gotta wire this thing in, which is not easy. Not easy. Because it has to like go through this little hole. Where's that flat screwdriver again? Just go through this hole and then turn up and come up in. So like it literally, this design that they came up with is literally a sucky design. So voila. And then it literally turns. There's another hole here. So I have to turn the wire and go this way towards you guys. But which is not the easiest thing to do. Because I have to it's like threading a needle. And it's not the easiest thing to do. But we get it done. If I can. Did it last time. It took me a while. A lot of choice words that came out of my mouth. We have to unplug the battery because it's in my way. And we gotta turn it. So guys, that's how you fix a servo. Now I just gotta reinstall it, which is a whole nother thing. So I don't need to actually show you that. Not unless you want me to keep filming and broadcasting. I mean, this is a pretty long stream, but maybe you do. I mean, there's a few of you watching. Only 2 of you, according to my little counter on my thing. But this is probably the most difficult thing right here. Is trying to get this thing through the hole. Oh, we didn't want to do that, but we'll give you some background music while we're doing it. So everyone have a great Thanksgiving. I know holidays aren't my favorite. My family is slowly withering away. And me being a single guy, don't have any kids. Holy cow. This is being really tough. Come on. So for me, I just approaching the 5-0 mark. Oh, Thanksgiving. I went to my mom's. My mom had a stroke a few years ago, so she's housebound. So I went there for a few hours, and then I came home. Nothing exciting. Nothing too exciting on my end. Like I said, I think this is the hardest part of this whole entire design that they came up with here. So I'm basically trying to. It was hard to get it back out, but it's much harder trying to put this back in where it belongs. Because they made it so small, you literally have to feed it underneath stuff. And if you ever try to thread a needle and you have to bend, this doesn't move quite like a needle, but you have to bend the cable in such a way I don't know how I did this last time. It's right there. I bent it this way. I gotta bend it up, which is like literally the stupidest thing that they ever did. I'm glad I'm getting rid of this car. I don't want to have to do this again. Yeah, strokes are no joke. Her brother died 3 years ago. My father is gone. Like, my grandparents are gone. Holidays are no fun for me. I don't really enjoy the holidays anymore. Any of them. I mean, it's Christmas is for the kids. Really, it's not really. You know, I get time off from work. That's what I look forward to. Come on. All right. How am I going to hook this and make it go up? This. How am I going to get into this? we are fighting this. We are fighting this. A little bit, but a little bit. Yeah. A little bit. This is, like I said, the hardest part. The hardest part about doing this. Do I have something I can tie? Do I have? I had an elastic band somewhere around here. Problem is, the dog comes down here and starts terrorizing me. I lose track of everything. Where did that elastic band go? Maybe I can wrap it. Budge. So it's this cable. I'm trying to feed through two things to get hooked up to power. And it's just, you have to bend it in such a way that it is so ridiculous. I'm trying, because I am gonna try to get rid of this truck. I'm trying not to break anything. Tell you right now, though. Things are trying my patience here. Because I can't. All right. String, rope, something. Elastic band. Something I can feather through and pull. Because I can't. Ha. This, I don't even know if this is going to work. We're going to try. Literally, I'm going to try to put one end through, attach it to the other end, and pull. We're going to use it. We're going to use it to pull the cable. It was my hopes to use it to pull the cable through the hole. Because no matter which way I've tried, I can't get this thing to bend correctly. Aha! We did it! Look at that. We threaded it through. That's probably how I did it last time. I just didn't remember. It's old age there. So we're going to put the servo back in. Haha. Yeah. Yeah. We got some celebration music to do. Let's see. Not that one. Not that one. We got the wire back through. Oh, yeah. We put the screws back in. Yay! Now we're putting the screws back in to hold the servo back down. Gotta try to remember that trick. Send this down the road. That's what we're gonna do. Send it down the road. Where did that go? All right. Now we plug everything back in. Lots of wires just stuck in the hole. All right. Now the lid. That goes back in, but where does that go? We're gonna show you it works. We're gonna show you it works. We got to get power back to it. Battery pack sort of in, because we're not driving this thing. I still gotta close that hatch, but and there's still stuff I gotta do, but let's finish this up this video because it's been kind of a long one. It's like a jet plane. Oh, they're everywhere. Yeah. So we gotta straighten this before you attach this. Not worried about that box right now. Worry about it in a little bit. Those look straight. There's a screw that's supposed to go into there. Which we're not going to put in right away because we're going to put the box in first. But we'll just put our finger on that. There she be. All fixed. Fixed. So guys, what did you think? Did you enjoy the video? You saw me take apart a servo. You saw me rebuild a servo. You saw me put it back into a car that and the whole thing is, like, remember to keep your old servos around because you never know what parts you can salvage to make your servo go again. Especially when times are hard and money's short. And then this time of year, money's always short. So remember, like I always say, be kind to one another, love one another. Try to be happy this time of year. I know some of us, like me, it's hard. It's very hard. But that's because I can't stand the cold. The older I get, the more I hate the cold. It makes me depressed. But we won't talk about that. So keep your friends close, keep your family closer. Make sure you tell everyone that you love them. Treat everyone with respect and kindness this time of year. You never know what someone's going through, and your kindness might just bring stop someone from doing something crazy and make them rethink things. Heather, have a blessed night, and I enjoyed your video. Well, thank you, Heather. I enjoyed having you on. And you have a blessed night too. If I don't talk to you, have a Merry Christmas and safe travels on your new journey in life. So once again, guys, remember, go to your front door, open it up, and step outside, because you never know what kind of adventure you'll have. Now get out there, play hard, and play dirty. And I'll see you next time.